Our scripture today comes from John chapter 15. This is my commandment, that you love one another as I have loved you. No one has greater love than this, to lay down one's life for one's friends. You are my friends if you do what I command you. I do not call you servants any longer, because the servant does not know what the master is doing. But I have called you friends, because I have made known to you everything that I have heard from my Lord. You did not choose me, but I chose you. And I appointed you to go and bear fruit, fruit that will last, so that God will give you whatever you ask in my name. I am giving you these commands so that you may love one another. The word of the Lord.
Is it working? Okay. Good morning. I'm Mary, if you don't know me. In the past 6 years of my life, we have torn down playgrounds, built a gazebo, painted houses, led VBS and taught first aid in a third world country, and more. Sure, it feels good to see these incredible things completed by a group of teenagers giving up their spring break or a week of summer for the greater good, but the satisfaction of these things only lasts a little while. However, I continue to cling to the relationships and look back finding lasting fulfillment primarily in the people I have met and the lives that have been directly impacted. As I begin to reflect on this scripture, so many people that have touched my life on our trips in different ways come to mind. Yilmer from Nicaragua translating for me as I was taken to the hospital. After getting stung by a stingray, he translated so that I didn't get cut open with a hot knife as they do in Nicaragua, which I'm really thankful for. The kids in DC who still message me on Instagram every once in a while and can make me smile from thousands of miles away. Miss Dolores, or as we call Delulu from New Orleans, who told me throughout the week that I had potential to do anything I put my mind to, as long as I stopped wearing my hat backwards and dancing on the ladders. This is just a glimpse at a few of the many people that are continuing to mold and shape me as a person. All are incredible people, and I know that their unshaken faith will continue to inspire and guide me on my next endeavors. Each one of them have opened my eyes to God's calling for me. But as our trips come to an end and we have to part ways with these people, I have realized that the chances of seeing them again will be unlikely. I have learned to hold them close to my heart and hold what they have taught me even closer. In contrast to the people we have met around the world, the relationships in this group don't have to come to an end the way that others do. I have seen many groups of youth go before me, and as their time to take on the future has come, they continue to be part of our Prairie Baptist youth family. Our time is quickly approaching to say goodbye and head off to college, but I know that I always have a home here. Today I'm sitting here with four of my best friends. This is such a strong group of leaders who continue to teach me what it means to be a good friend. These guys are like brothers to me. Sometimes they drive me absolutely crazy, but most of the time I'm so thankful they are around to stick up for me, support me, and make me smile. Our relationships with each other have grown and strengthened so much over the past few years, and I know that even miles apart, I can count on these four for some great advice or just a nice laugh. It is crazy to think that 6 years ago, I was scared out of my mind to walk into the door of the youth room, but that opened up to some of my very best friends. Along with some of my very best friends, this group has brought into my life the most tender-hearted and affable mentors. I am surrounded by adults who love me and support me endlessly. I am forever thankful for the way that each individual leader in this group has been a part of my life. Spending hours on end venting about crazy high school drama in the Zond kitchen, goofing around in Branson with Miss Becky trying to accomplish as many free things as possible, puzzling with Miss Nancy to forget a bad day was ever bad, and of course the hours I've spent in Kyle's office, whether we are crying together, laughing together. I'm so thankful for the encouragement and wisdom I have been provided with. The open ear I always receive with Kyle has made some of the hardest times in my life these past few years so much easier. My Prairie family may differ in some ways from the people I have met on our trips, but the mark that so many people here have left on my life is no less impactful. Each person here at Prairie has made clear to me God's presence and love in a different way. As a 7th grader, I was terrified to go to youth group. My family was attending a different church, and I only knew the Humphreys at the time. It took everything in me to step out of my comfort zone and come to youth. But by the 8th grade, my best friends came from the youth group. My sophomore year, I started to attend Prairie. It was a big leap for me to begin regularly attending a church without my parents, but I really felt God's presence in the people at Prairie. I continue to be welcomed and showed unconditional love by the people here, and sometimes that smile and hug on a Sunday morning is just what you need in the dark world we're living in. As I was sitting on the dock at the Milroy cabin last August in tears because class of 2017 had just left for college, I had one of the most impactful conversations with Kai. We were reflecting on all the amazing things we have done as a group. I have almost been to all 50 states, landed on a glacier, gone jeeping in the sand dunes, and swam in the river of cheese. There are so many things that I could check off my bucket list, but the only thing that leaves lasting impact are the people you experience these things with, and the relationships and friendships that are formed from them. So as I begin my next journey and carry all these amazing experiences with me, I will continually be reminded that each experience is attached to a person and relationship. That person is what has made me who I am today. I continue to strive to achieve and accomplish great things, and when I do, I hope to continue to be thankful for the people that helped me get there. What lies ahead is coming quickly, but I'm forever thankful for the people in and out of Prairie who are continuing to support me and as I am paving my way for the future. I know that no matter where I end up, I have the love and support of those around me.
I'm Nathan, if you don't know me. Friendship isn't about surrounding yourself with random people just so that you have someone. It's about meeting people that will be there for you through everything. This group embodies the true meaning of what friendship is meant to be, and because of this, I have been able to build friendships that will last forever no matter the distance. These friendships aren't ones that just happen over a couple months or even a year, but instead are built through years of memories together. Over the years in youth group, I have been able to build this type of friendship with all my fellow seniors and every youth member that has been involved since I first joined. Every person that I have developed a friendship with has been because of the individual and unique memories I have shared with them. No one friend is more important than the other, as they are all different and supply a joy and completion that the others cannot. Me and two of my fellow seniors, William and Adam, grew up together through Sunday school, giving us the opportunity to build our friendship around that and just the memories of running around and being kids together. Even then, my friendship with one of them is vastly different from the other, as there were memories with one that I did not have with the other. Me and William have memories from times with our parents in the Prairie House Band, where we would run around playing imaginary sports, to the time that we even called the cops at Don Cholitos. And me and Adam have memories of playing football, basketball, and baseball against each other. These friendships were based around our childhood memories, while my friendship with Maria and Jeeve started through our memories shared with each other on our youth trips and everything we have done together in youth. As we shared more and more memories together, the friendship spread to not just youth-related activities, but to going out and doing other things outside of youth, especially mini-golf related. The friendships I have created with all the seniors are all incredibly special because of how different and unique each friendship is. These bonds that we have built together are so strong because we all entered the group together as 7th graders and have experienced everything along the way together up to this point. As we go off to college, all the memories will stick with me and our friendships continue to grow. And even though we are going to all across the country, those friendships will last forever. Although the friendships I have built with all the other youth are not necessarily as strong because of the time I have spent with them, they are still incredibly important to me and who I am. The relationship with the youth in the grades above was one of respect and learning, as when I first joined, they led the way in teaching what this group is and how amazingly incredible it is. These relationships quickly turned into an amazingly unique friendship as we shared memories together on the trips. As we got older, we built that type of relationship with the younger kids below us, just like the older kids did with us. Every friendship I have made through this group is unique and built on different type of memories. Not one is the same, which is as it should be, because each one of these individual friendships makes you who you are because of all the experience and memories that you've shared with those people to lead you to those friendships. If you have true friendship with people based on the lasting memories, you will have everything you need in life, because friendship isn't the people, but it's the road that takes you to get to them.
All right, my name's Mason. You probably don't know me, but I'm gonna speak because I have the mic. All right, so when Kyle gave us the scripture, he told us talk about the connections that we made with the people on our trips, or the ones we see every Sunday. And when I was thinking about when I was writing it, I couldn't really think of one memory or one person that I would talk about. So I'm not really just gonna talk about. I'm just gonna talk about everyone everyone I've met through this. So these trips that I've taken on have always had a special moment in my heart, and they've created some of my favorite memories I will for sure never forget. They're unforgettable for many reasons, but the most important is the people I've met through these journeys. Not the people we met there, but it's everyone sitting next to me, especially Kyle. So in my 6 years of middle and high school, hopefully 6 years, a lot has changed. Especially a lot, but there has been one current in all of it, and that's the youth group. I've gone through a lot in the past couple of years, not really knowing who I am, but without even knowing it, these people next to me have helped me become the best possible version of myself. They gave me nothing but love and respect when I needed it the most, and saw me for my full self. And I cannot thank Kyle enough for being there whenever I needed him and just helping me. These trips we go on do have connections I can never forget, but it's these people that have been with me the whole time. When you're with someone for 6 years, you see almost every side of them. It sounded weird, but you know what I mean. You see everything, their strengths, their flaws, what makes them happy, what makes them sad. But you get them to know as a whole, and to me, that's more important than any memory I could ever think of. It may sound selfish that I'm not talking about these on these trips, these life lessons that I've learned, but it's really not that easy. No one thing can help all these problems, but these people, and especially Kyle, have almost achieved that. I have not shown up. I don't show up to youth group that much, but when I do, it's really nice, because I love seeing the faces that are familiar in this world when everything it is constantly changing and moving so fast. I just want to thank all of you guys for that. Thank you for the connections that only come once in a lifetime, and ones that have helped me become the person I want to be. And thank you, Kyle, most of all, for being one of the most important people in my life. I will for sure never forget you.
All right, I'm Adam. I could get up here today and talk about all the fun places the youth group has gone, what I've done with this group, or talk about any youth group mission trip for forever, pretty much. So I've experienced so much and traveled to so many cities, states, and countries that I never thought possible. And those experiences have been truly incredible, but it isn't what made this time so special. What made it special is the people sitting in front of me, especially these guys up here with me. And the relationships I've built have just made this time incredible. But my relationship with my fellow seniors is just amazing. Life will be hard to get used to without seeing them every single week. And I've known each one of these seniors since I started coming to Prairie Baptist, before I even turned 1 year old. I met Mary through PECC, Nathan and Bill through church, the nursery actually, and Jeeves because our brothers were best friends. I can't think of a time when any one of these seniors wasn't in my life, and being away from people I love so much will be a struggle next year. The friendships I have in this youth group make me hopeful for the future. The friendships we have built have helped me learn what a good Christian friend group can do for me. The support, encouragement, and unconditional love I have with my youth group help me realize that no matter where I go, I can develop this kind of relationship if I hang around the right people. Getting to be with the younger members of this group and experiencing mission trips to Nicaragua, Alaska, Michigan, and so on will be something I remember for the rest of my life. I have formed so many friendships for which I am thankful. The way every member of the group demonstrates their love for me in various ways validates and strengthens my love for them. Experiencing trips where together we have helped others, taught others about Christ, participated in baptisms, got very sick together, listened to roosters at 3 a.m. in the morning, needed duct tape, and I knew Drew would come through and have some for me, built bonfires, played, laughed, and ate together, brought me closer to each member of this group, and brought me closer to God. I'm so glad that I have been able to know each and every one of the members of this group. My relationship with Kyle/Coach Gardner has meant more than just about anything in my life. Having that someone I can always count on, who will always be there for me no matter what, is such a fantastic feeling. I know I can ask him for anything, and he will do his best to help me out. Having Kyle as a baseball coach at Shining Vision South has just been an extra blessing to me. I love being able to see him every day. I have learned so much over the years from Kyle. The example he has set of hard work, kindness, and Christian love have had a major impact on me and the person that I have become. It is very comforting to know that he will help me with anything next year and will do his best to help me be the best person I can be, even if I am hundreds of miles away. Although our relationship will change next year, the impact Kyle has had on my life is indescribable, and I can't explain how grateful I am to have had the chance to have had a man like Kyle in my life. I'm very excited for each of my fellow seniors and what we are all doing next year. I have no doubt our relationship will stay strong, even though we are all going to different places all across the country. I love each one of you, and I can't wait to see each of you grow over these next 4 years. In John 15, we received the commandment to love each other. I thank each member of this congregation, my family and youth group, and my youth pastor for loving me. Today I get to stand before you and tell all of you that I love you as well.
I'm William, aka Bill, if you don't know me. So when Kyle sat down with the seniors and explained that we were going to be preaching about the relationship that we've built in this group, I immediately tuned him out. I stopped listening to what he said after that. I have no idea. I totally forgot what the verse was until today. In my time at youth, I've mastered the ability to listen to the absolute minimum necessary. And it's come in handy during school as well. I didn't stop listening to check Twitter to think about how bad the Royals had lost that day. I stopped listening to Kyle because I was thinking about the countless number of experiences I've had in this group and all the relationships that I've built. I'm scared to imagine what kind of person I would be if this group wasn't a part of my life. But luckily, I don't have to worry about that because God has blessed me with such a wonderful group, and I thank him every day for it. I've built great friendships with everyone in this group, and I will miss everyone so much next year. But the relationships that the seniors have built with each other are truly special, and it is something I will cherish forever. Most of us go back all the way to preschool or even before that. We've been through so many birthday parties, mission trips, and games of mini golf at Cool Crest together. And me and Nathan were even able to prank call the police without getting in trouble. It is these relationships that make this group so special for me. I've never had another group of friends that has made me laugh so much. I've never had another group of friends that has been there for me when I need them as much as this group. I've never had another group of friends that cheers me up when I'm sad quite like this group. I've never had another group of friends where I feel so comfortable just being me. And that's another thing that makes this group so special. You're not expected to be perfect. You're not expected to be someone else. You're just expected to be you. And to a goofy 7th grader who didn't know anything, that was so incredibly special, and it still is to this day. The other thing about this group that makes it such a powerful force in my life is the love. You can't go on social media or watch the news these days without seeing hatred and anger. It's everywhere. And if you look at the grand scheme of things, it serves no purpose. It's not helping anyone in any way, just increasing the divide between the children of God. This group is not like that. We have our differences, sure, but we don't react with hatred. We react with love and kindness. Despite the world around us, this group is filled with love and compassion, and it is a true testament to the relationships within this group and the love that we have for one another. Another thing Kyle told us during the preparation for these sermons is for it to just not be a list of a bunch of thank yous. But as previously mentioned, I hardly ever listen to Kyle. In all seriousness, you can't talk about this group without talking about Kyle. Not only has he brought this group together, taken us on trips full of life-changing experiences, and given us more than we could ever hope to repay, it's the little things that he does for each individual member of this group. And he has done so many of these little things for me that have had such a huge impact on my life. Simple things like going to a baseball game and encouraging me while I'm out there hitting dingers. Taking 3 crazy kids, me, Nathan, and Adam, to a football game, and then years later taking those 3 same crazy, just as crazy kids to the College World Series. And getting me out of school to take me to the Royals home opener, something I've always wanted to do. He puts other people ahead of himself 100% of the time, is loving and compassionate to everyone, and is one of the hardest working people I know. I mean, the guy takes teenagers on trips around the world twice every year, coaches baseball, plans event after event, goes to everybody's recital and game, all while raising 4 amazing children, even though he doesn't know where most of them are half the time. What I'm saying is that without Kyle, this group would not be the loving, welcoming, super awesome group that it is. And he has had such a huge impact on my life and has been such a great role model for me. So thank you. This group is truly something special, especially in this day and age. In a world full of hatred and anger, this group is full of love and joy. In a world with a mindset of me first, this group works to help those in need in any way possible. Not only is this a unique group, but it has also impacted the lives of everyone who has been a part of it, me included. Not only have I gone to some amazing places and had some life-changing experiences, I've met some of the best friends of my entire life and am a much better person because of it. As Hubert H. Humphrey said, the greatest gift of life is friendship, and I have received it through this group, so thank all of you.